Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Degner coming to you with Phoebe and our shared reading for the week. What is an insect? By Jeff Bauer. We already read chapter 1, all about insects. What we need to remember from that is what makes an insect? How many legs does an insect have? 6. How many body parts? 3. Head, thorax, and abdomen. Right. And probably antenna, and a lot of the time wings. So we already read chapter 1. There's some of our dark vocabulary words. Thorax, abdomen, antennae. That means more than one antenna. Okay, we are at chapter 2. I'm going to raise it up a little bit. Here we go. Chapter 2, insect senses. Remember, your senses are seeing, smelling, tasting, hearing, and touching. Okay, so we're going to learn about the senses that insects have. And they might not work exactly the same as our senses. Insects have amazing senses. They do not have a nose like you do. So insects use their antennae to smell. Wow, interesting. Here's a photograph of a royal walnut moth, and it says these are antennae, and the arrows are pointing to their antennae. Pretty cool. How do insects taste things? Some of them use their feet. Take a look at this fly. It is tasting some spilled jelly by sticking its feet right inside that jelly. This is an average house fly. Now here's a close-up of the fly's feet. It says a fly tastes with the tiny hairs on its feet. Look at that close-up. Can you guys see the hairs? So when a fly lands on our food, ew. Yes. Gross, gross, gross. How do insects hear? Some of them use their legs. Believe it or not, this katydid's ears are under its knees. This is the katydid. And it says a katydid's ears are here, right here and right there under its knees. Insects have special eyes. They can see the tiniest movement. That's why it's so hard to swat a fly. That is why a dragonfly always darts away before you can catch it. Okay, so this is a dragonfly. And check this out about their eyes. They have something called, here's a new vocabulary word, compound eyes. Okay, you guys, each eye is made of 30,000 tiny lenses. A lens is like contacts that you might know. Have a grown-up puts a lens in each eye, a contact lens, or the glass part in the glasses. So if you look really closely, it's kind of hard to see, but that is made up of 30,000 tiny little lenses. And I think that probably has to do with why you can see so well. Okay, those were the senses. Chapter 3, this is about insect skills. Remember, this is the head of the chapter. It's called the heading. Insects have many special skills. They can fly, climb, and run. They can also hop. Goodbye, grasshopper. Look at that grasshopper hopping. It says grasshopper. It reminds me kind of when a frog hops. I think the secret to a good hop is long legs. It says a grasshopper can jump 20 times the length of its body. So if you laid down 20 grasshoppers in a row, another grasshopper could jump over all of them. Some insects are great at hiding. They use their colors and shapes to blend in. And this is called, does anybody know? It's what hunters do. Camouflage. Right. Look at this. This is a stick insect. Right here, you guys. It looks just like the other sticks. And can you see the leaf insect? Right here. This one is the insect. This is a leaf. This is a leaf insect. Some insects make sounds to communicate. This one chirps. It can be heard a 1/4 mile away. So all the way across the Tibbetts playground from one side to the other and then some. This is called a cicada. And cicadas chirp to find one another. And some insects can even light up. Do you remember what those are called? Fireflies. Fireflies flash their tails to meet other fireflies and scare away predators. So those light up tails, they have a special chemical that makes their tail glow. That light up tail helps it find the other fireflies, but scares away the ones that want to eat it, which is good too. Chapter 4. So many insects. Scientists have discovered more than 1 million, not 1 million insects, boys and girls, but 1 million different kinds of insects. There are tiny ones and huge ones. This butterfly has a wingspan of 6 inches. It's called a Cairns birdwing butterfly. It's probably from the end of my pinky to the end of my thumb. My husband tells me that's about 6 inches. There are insects with pretty patterns. There are insects with spots and stripes. Look at this one with the spots. It's called a shield bug. This Amazonian grasshopper, he's got some pretty funky stripes on his back. Insects live in many habitats. Do you remember what a habitat is? It's their home. An animal's habitat is just the right home for them. Some live where it's hot. Some live where it's cold. Really? This cricket lives in the desert. He must not need a lot of water. This snow midge lives in Antarctica. No way. It's icy and snowy there. I have never seen an insect out in the snow. And some insects live in trees. Some live on the ground. Splash! A few even live in the water. This is called, boys and girls, a diving beetle. And this is the top of the water, so he's diving under the water. And it says diving beetles can eat tiny fish. Whoa. Diving beetle must be pretty big then, to eat even a tiny fish. A lot of insects live near you. Just go outside and take a look. And you should, boys and girls, as it gets warmer and warmer and warmer. You can go out in the yard, just lay in the grass and hold real still and just kind of look around for movements, and I bet you can find some different kinds of insects. Here's a fast fact about butterflies. Butterflies were around in the days of the dinosaurs. No way. That's amazing. Let's look at one more book part while we're at it. Glossary. This is kind of like a dictionary. What both of those things do is they tell you a word, usually a vocabulary word, a harder word, a new word, and they tell you what they mean and how to pronounce them. So this one says abdomen. Abdomen. The back section of an insect's body behind the thorax. Antennae. Those are the feelers on an insect's head. Camouflage. Colors and markings that make insects or other animals blend in with their surroundings. So on and so forth. We've got chemical, compound eye, exoskeleton, habitat, thorax, wingspan. We kind of talked about those, but that is called a glossary. I hope you enjoyed what is an insect today. And tomorrow I've got a different story for you, a story about an ant. And then on Thursday, we'll read this one more time, and we're going to talk about different kinds of questions and about a story like that we can ask in a story like this. Have a great day, you guys. Get to work. Love you. Bye. Good night, Phoebe.